Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. A lot has been happening in Rivers State, precisely in APC. Ever since in 2019 that APC failed to present an acceptable candidate for gubernatorial election, the party has known little or no peace, That's the word, because right now it is totally fractionized. There are a lot of fractions of the party here and there, and they are just throwing suspension at everyone. So the war is getting tougher day after day. Some time ago, the Honorable Igor Agume faction of APC had suspended the Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amaechi. But right now, more are coming up. A lot of things. Just let's look at the news first before we go into detailed discussion. The war raging in the All Progressive Congress APC in Rivers State has worsened with the suspension of Senator Magnus Abe, Honorable Igor Aguma, Wogu Bombs, and Livingstone Wechi by the camp of the party loyal to the Minister of Transportation, Chibuike Rotimi Amaechi. The faction of the party loyal to Amaechi had on Saturday suspended Abe, Aguma, Wenche, and Bome, and expel some others for alleged anti-party activities. This was happening while the faction of the party under the leadership of the party suspended Isaac Abut Agbubora, the caretaker committee chairman of the camp loyal to Amaechi. However, in a statement in Port Harcourt on Monday, the spokesman for APC chief Ogbonna Nwuke, loyal to Amaechi, warned that the party will not tolerate acts of destabilization. Nwuke said most Rivers people are pleased with the decision of the party to recommend the expulsion of recalcitrant members, adding that the state secretariat acted on the request of aggrieved party members across the state. He said, and I quote, "We laud the leadership of our party right from the grassroots to the state level for seizing the opportunity to cut off the necks of hydra-headed snakes that have been spewing poison and hurting our members. We had hoped that initiating a peace process would, through the able collaboration of Senator Andrew Uchendu and Wilson Ake, will clear the path for understanding and cooperation. It is evident that the gesture by our members on all sides to hunt for peace was largely misconstrued." Meanwhile, chieftain of APC with the camp of Agume, Honorable Emmanuel Deya, said the suspension was a charade, adding that it was an attempt to destroy the party. Deya, former member representing Guyana Gukana Federal Constituency at the National Assembly, noted that the Isaac Abbott Agbobula-led caretaker committee does not exist, adding that the group does not have the right to carry out the action. He said, and I quote, "I just want to think that there are persons in the party who do not want the party to grow. Let us assume that Isaac Abbott Ogbobula, that calls himself whatever he is calling himself, I understand he's a lawyer, and if he is, he took ego to appeal court that the judgment that the High Court gave, which made ego, ought not to be. Some of the cases are in Supreme Court, and they have not upturned the decision of the High Court that said ego should become chairman of the caretaker committee, among other statutory members of the party. The Court of Appeal had not given the judgment, and you are here again claiming chairmanship. If he is the authentic chairman, he wouldn't take this action. In no way, he does not derive power anyway to do what he is doing. He's only creating confusion in the party. There was no stay of execution. In 2019, this was the same road we passed. We could have sat down to review all of these." He stated that the decision of National Executive Council of the party dissolving structures in all the state does not apply to Rivers State, adding that the state does not have elected officers. Dia said there are many things wrong with what they are doing. The National said all the existing structure that is elected will be dissolved and caretaker replaced. That does not apply to Rivers State because we do not have elected officers. So where did Ogbobula come from? What you are seeing is somebody who is desperate. According to lawyers, he is seeking self-help. What they are doing is to destroy the party. There was no suspension. You cannot be building something on top of nothing. What they did does not exist. They do not have the right to do so. Oh my God. APC from one wahala to the another wahala. And it's as if it is unsolvable because before now, Magnus Abe and Rotimi Amaechi have been fighting all along till today. They are yet to resolve some of their crises. That's just the truth. Up till now, we are still seeing a lot of issues coming up, and these guys are fighting day after day. But the question is, it's really shocking that the people at the national level have refused to come in to help solve this problem once and for all. You know, these two factions have been existing for as long as now, and they are refusing to give up on their fight against each other. On a daily basis, especially during periods of election, we have been seeing a lot of failures coming in. And guess what? It's worsening by the day because they have been able to gather to themselves a lot of supporters. Ego is one person that just came up fairly recently. I knew him fairly recently. And it's like joining forces with Magnus Abe is making the whole thing very profitable and against Rotimi Amaechi. But then one of the things that I've noted about this particular party, in Rivers State, this particular party, APC in Rivers State, is that they seem to be very, very autonomous, such that no decision from the national level even affect them. Now, the big question I always ask when circumstances or situations like this show up is, if you continue to be divided against yourself, this issue of we talking about, president coming to the southern part of Nigeria, how possible would it be if you people cannot be in the same place? That's the same thing that is happening even in the southeast. Ohane Zendibo, they are having issue. The Secretary General is having issue with the President General worldwide. And they are trying to set up an electoral body that will, organize the election for the new committee to come in. But right now, they are so unsettled, they are fighting themselves. So you now see that even if the Northerners want to give an opportunity to the South, whether it is the Southwest or the South-South or the Southeast, everything, there's a lot of chaos going on. You understand? The only people that I will say in APC seems not to be fighting against themselves that much is actually, the Southwest. But for South-South and Southeast, it seems as if there is no hope at all because the rate at which they are antagonizing themselves is really, really shocking. Look at the density of trouble already awaiting. Who knows what will happen in the nearest future? Clearly shows that APC is sitting on a kick of gunpowder, and anytime it can explode. And who knows if the same thing that happened to them in 2019 will happen to them again. I feel that the National should come in here and see how they can resolve these issues once and for all for these guys. That's what we would like to leave you. Go to our comment section. Let's interact. What do you have to say?